prepared.
What up? Hello, 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 hello. Same rules as always. I will only turn the camera on if I get like a $50 donation. That's the minimum to turn the camera on. And I might up it to 100 today. No, I'm kidding. Maybe. But anyway, I'm. What up, gang? What up, weehaha? What up, Schmelly? I'm not gonna be here super long, but I did want to go over something with you guys because I wouldn't listen to this on my own. Like, I need to listen to it with y'all. We got the final four, the final piece of the crazy fucking vegan voice memos, blah blah blah. Okay, so let's go to, this is number 2. We missed a bunch.
Not saying I knew that was going to happen. It just kind of had to do it.
Oh.
Like my clout or father. I'm a little.
Oh wait, that's why. That's the problem I'm having. I gotta open it in Chrome.
Now, yeah, I'm a little community. So, like, I do have respect, and I think your voice is valuable here. And I also think that my power in the community, my flex with the legal stuff, unfortunately, that I had to do, and then other things like just the viral eyes, I have not clout that I wanted, and not anything that's helpful to me, like emotionally, but like when I have to fight back right now, yeah, I'm a little bit of a force right now. And I'm not saying I knew that was going to happen. It just kind of developed that way. So yeah, I can help if you want me to. Okay, so for starters, Francis, if you identify and you have concerns with how your father literally treated women, you're not the problem. Okay. However, though, I'm not naming names, but I have a real good example of someone who is still not very good at awareness. They're clearly resentful of their upbringing of a male figure that was the problem, but their worst moments embody that. And I mean, honestly, my mom's my fucking trauma, okay? And maybe when I get real nasty, I'm similar to her, but you know what? I'll still say the difference with my mom and I don't know, my mom is, I don't even want to get into all that. I'm just saying, if you can identify it and you're a little bit upset about it or very disgusted by it and avoiding being like that, do you really think you're the problem? That's a compliment. Think about that. That's a logic thing, okay? I'm just saying, think that through for a second.
This is crazy.
As for the situation with
she
that
sounds
thing,
crazier behind the scenes.
I don't want to talk
she
about
sounds
it very
crazy
much
when she thinks no one's
just,
listening.
I don't hold it against them because, like, honestly, like, the pressure we've all been under, it's by design meant to push people into either fear or hatred that I'm present, whether it's my fault or not. That's again under the thematic base of domestic violence, coercive control, isolating all resources,
Oh my
smearing
God.
an image into no supporting base that you otherwise would have had as a victim.
You're not a
they basically
victim!
want you to have no stability or base, and that's literally, although again digitally distributed now by others, still even whatever way it was, whether it was the hacks or the income or the
Oh my
the
gosh.
stalking or
This
my
is
family
crazy
getting harassed,
insane.
to the point that they're like, even though they'd followed and they knew I wasn't crazy, often told me I wasn't. In the scariest moments, I'm left alone, man. And listen, I don't know if you know me and my music, but I'm a Parker Cannon girl, and Parker Cannon saved my life. Okay, no, for like,
What?
Jump the Gun, like, okay, well, for starters, that last fucking album is so weird to me. Like, it came out like the fucking month that I went homeless, okay? And like, I've listened to that band since I was in Ohio. It literally helped me get out of Ohio, and it got me.
What does she mean by I went homeless? You don't go homeless. It's not like you're going on vacation. You don't go homeless. You became homeless. You became homeless because you're irresponsible. It's like, you don't go homeless. It's not like going to the movies. It's not like going to Disney World. You don't go homeless. You are homeless. Like, it's not, I went to Applebee's, by the way. I went homeless. Like, what? What up, KK? Like, that doesn't even sound right.
Through my 20s in my home that was taken from me.
Your home wasn't
So
taken
I'm
from
gonna say
you.
is that, like, jump the gun. Let's see.
You
So
stop
the gun,
paying rent.
then get out. Leave me on my own. We'll figure it out, or I'll figure it out. So basically, that's my life motto, and that was the one thing that didn't remind me of like Nick and Chicken and like all the evil people online last year with the album. But mine is that's what that album was like, literally to it. Oh my God, even like fucking like Watch You Go. I was.
By the way, KK, I got beef with you because you seem to only stream when I'm at work, and I don't appreciate that because I never get to fucking watch your streams. What the hell is that bukkake? Okay? No. I never get to watch KK streams, and it's not as fun. It's not as fun to watch the replay. It's just not. I'm sorry. It's not. It's not. But I heard that you had a good live, and I'm glad for you.
Side voices lead me the wrong way. There's no success without. I don't want to even get cheesy and bitch like with you because I'm a girl. But also though, I'm just saying, like,
what up, Kate?
yeah, no, I will literally just fucking walk off. I don't burden people. I get my shit handled. And at that point I was at, that pisses me off the most. I had been to a point where there were so many things to fall back on. Had one or two been fucked with, or just accidentally messed up, I would have been fine. That was the point. But no, with no cause of any justification that was legal or fair or human, somehow people literally became profiting for some reason off of it or another. Either clout, you know, validity when maybe they needed a group to feel good in. I mean, pathetic stuff. Bitches that I rejected.
Who'd you reject?
You know what I noticed, Francis? You know I don't always respond right away, Avi. I have a life. Also, like, I'm not telling everyone why would they think. The skies are blue, bro. Like, when I tell people that I'm doing other things in my head that I am, I don't know why they fight me so hard, because I'm actually not sure what anyway, my point. My point is that people, I get it, but I think there's a little bit of a dissociation with humanity with me, because I don't think even I can really quantify that all that happened just did. And yeah, a lot of what's happening is hard, and I've been forced to kind of take accountability and change. And in my 20s, I moved out when I was 18, and then my mom and I were good. And you know what? I had to sacrifice for that. I don't know if you can see how much Abigail means to me, and I've had a lot of pets, and I love them all of them, every bit. They are all special, but Abigail and my horse, they're kind of two of my soul pets that I've had. And there's another one, my grandma's cat, when I was a baby and kid. But I'm just saying, my horse, due to me absolutely cutting ties with anything abusive with my mother due to control with money, because I didn't want to have that relationship with her, so I took care of it. I moved the fuck out. I danced. I was a general manager. I went to college, and then I went to Warped Tour. Oh my God, I literally not go to sleep. I took a lot of Adderall, but I still passed all my courses. It was just fucking, you know, bare minimum bones at Akron, you know. But I'm just saying, like, did anyone I know want to tell me that I'm the problem while they're sitting on their ass?
You're the problem!
When did you guys accomplish that? And I'm not saying it's that much, but actually that's my point. Why are they so mad that even control it with a fake fucking degree shit? Like, girl, you ain't been through shit. You sitting on your dad's fucking chair and
Wait a minute. Did she just say I ain't been through shit? Wait, did she just say that? I ain't been through shit. So, your relationship with Nick was somehow worse than my husband dying and me finding his dead body on the bathroom floor? Oh, okay! That makes sense! Are you fucking kidding me? Yes, you sucking tranny farts off Nick's dick is somehow worse than me finding the love of my life dead on the bathroom floor. Totally. You got me, vegan. You fucking got me. You totally. What? What the fuck? How could you even say such a thing? How could you fix your fucking mouth to say such an idiotic thing? And that's not even like, well, I mean, in recent years, that's the worst thing that I've been through. But that's not even like, that's just one of the things. That's one of the things. Like, me finding the father of my child dead on the bathroom floor was just one of the many nightmares that I've had to encounter in my life. I got raped at 14 years old. My first sexual encounter was rape by multiple men. But please tell me how your life was so much harder than mine. Just please tell me. I love when tall white bitches with privilege tell me how hard their life is. Are you fucking kidding me? I can't even believe that she has the cognitive dissonance to say such a thing.
sitting on the problem or they're sitting on their ass. When did you guys accomplish that? And I'm not saying it's that much, but actually that's my...
Ma'am, I am currently a drug addict in recovery, working on my bachelor's degree. I work full time. My husband died when my daughter was 10 months old. I found out when I was 13 years old from a fucking message on an answering machine who my biological father was. Shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. I'm actually getting annoyed because it's the lack of understanding of what trauma is. I have been hospitalized 8 separate times for trying to take my own life. I have had 3-week, 21-day psych holds because of my mental illness. I don't talk about so much because I am not a victim and I'll never be a victim ever. I am a survivor. I have overcome every bad thing that happened to me by the grace of God and with the help of my loved ones. I'm only here today because of Jesus Christ, because he gave me the strength to overcome that shit. But the nerve of you to try to act like your life has been so hard when your trauma is a glory hole video that you willingly did and got paid for. I'm sorry, but my trauma is men forcing themselves upon me. I didn't get paid for that. I didn't agree to that. Stop. You're insane. That is insane to even say. In the amount of times that I've told my rape story on this platform, have the details ever changed? Ever? Has anything changed in any of my stories? Ever? It's just weird to me how all of your stories change. They just change so much. Details, important details change. We went from a story of a guy licking your eyeball to him forcing sex upon you. There's a lot of disconnect there. I don't understand why when you originally told the story and Alice said that's like sexual assault, you didn't say, oh no, I actually was raped. You said, yeah, that's like sexual. Like, what? It's just not making sense. It's just not computing. But, okay, ma'am. Like, what? Damn, somebody's really holding on that horn, huh? What does that make you feel special to hold on your horn like that? Yeah, nothing like sexual assault, but sexual assault. Yeah, she said that he licked her eyeball, like her exact words. I got a donation, but it was definitely not $50, so my camera will not be going on. And I'm gonna let you listen to the Marfanstein while I go do what I have to do, but I will be back, and we will listen to it again.
Even control it with a fake. Girl, you ain't been through shit. You're sitting on your dad's fucking chair, and while my family has helped me, I don't think I've stayed with them. Well, she could literally be out on her own by now with all the shit she's just denied. Like,
I'm gonna say this before I go. I'm a single parent. I work full time and I'm raising a child. I'm not gonna go struggle in the fucking projects so that I could say that I have my own house. So I could say I have my own apartment, because I have my own apartment. I have a full 3-bedroom apartment, a beautiful apartment at that. I'm not going to go and be like vegan and have my parents send me money while they have their own bills to pay so that they could also pay my bills. Like, your parents were paying your bills and their bills. Whereas my dad and me, we share paying the bills. We're not the same. I'm taking some of the burden off of my family. You are nothing but a burden.
Being grateful for, like, her kid that wanders around in the background while she's stalking me for no reason, even though nobody cares. She frees unless.
Again, here you bring up my kid, and my kid is never roaming around the background, and I don't stalk you because you're a live streamer, babe. We're gonna get back to this. We're gonna get back to this. I gotta go grab some.
Example of someone who is still not very good at awareness. They're clearly resentful of their upbringing of a male figure that was the problem, but their worst moments embody that. And I mean, honestly, my mom's my fucking trauma, okay? And maybe when I get real nasty, I'm similar to her, but you know what? I'll still say the difference with my mom and I don't know, my mom is, I don't even want to get into all that. I'm just saying, if you can identify it, and you're a little bit upset about it or very disgusted by it and avoiding being like that, do you really think you're the problem? That's a compliment. Think about that. That's a logic thing, okay? I'm just saying, think that through for a second. And as for the situation with that thing I just liked, I don't want to talk about it really much because it's just, I don't want it against them because, like, honestly, like, the pressure we've all been under, it's by design meant to push people into either fear or hatred that I'm present, whether it's my fault or not. That's again under the thematic base of domestic violence, coercive control, isolating all resources, smearing an image into no supporting base that you otherwise would have had as a victim. They basically want you to have no stability or base, and that's literally, although, again, digitally distributed now by others, still even whatever way it was, whether it was the hacks or the income or the GoFundMe stalking or my family getting harassed to the point that they're like, even though they'd followed and they knew I wasn't crazy, often told me I wasn't, in the scariest moments, I'm left alone, man. And listen, I don't know if you know me and my music, but I'm a Parker Cannon girl, and Parker Cannon saved my life. Okay, no, for, like, Jump the Gun, like, okay, well, for starters, that last fucking album is so weird to me. Like, it came out, like, the fucking month that I went homeless, okay? And, like, I've listened to that band since I was in Ohio. It literally helped me get out of Ohio, and it got me through my 20s in my home that was taken from me. So all I'm gonna say is that, like, Jump the Gun, let's see. So if you're done, then get out. Leave me on my own. We'll figure it out, or I'll figure it out. So basically, that's my life motto, and that was the one thing that didn't remind me of, like, Nick and Chicken and, like, all the evil people online last year with the album. But minus that, that's what that album was, like, literally to it. Oh my god, even, like, fucking, like, watch you go. I let the outside voices lead me the wrong way. There's no success without, I don't want to even get cheesy and bitch-like with you because I'm a girl. But also, though, I'm just saying, like, yeah, no, I will literally just fucking walk off. I don't burden people. I get my shit handled. And at that point I was at, that pisses me off the most. I had been to a point where there were so many things to fall back on. Had one or two been fucked with, or just accidentally messed up. I would have been fine. That was the point. But no, with no cause of any justification that was legal or fair or human, somehow people literally became profiting for some reason off of it or another. Either clout, you know, validity when maybe they needed a group to feel good in. I mean, pathetic stuff. Bitches that I rejected. You know what I noticed, Francis? You know I don't always respond right away, Avi. I have a life. Also, like, I'm not telling everyone online what they think. The skies are blue, bro. Like, when I tell people that I'm doing other things in my head that I am, I don't know why they fight me so hard, because I'm actually not sure what anyway, my point. My point is just that people, I get it, but I think there's a little bit of a dissociation with humanity with me, because I don't think even I can really quantify that all that happened just did. And yeah, a lot of what's happening is hard, and I've been forced to kind of take accountability and change. And in my 20s, I moved out when I was 18, and then my mom and I were good. And you know what? I had to sacrifice for that. I don't know if you can see how much Abigail means to me, and I've had a lot of pets, and I love them all of them, every bit. They are all special, but Abigail and my horse, they're kind of two of my soul pets that I've had, and there's another one, my grandma's cat, when I was a baby and kid. But I'm just saying, my horse, due to me absolutely cutting ties with anything abusive with my mother due to control with money, because I didn't want to have that relationship with her, so I took care of it. I moved the fuck out. I danced. I was a general manager. I went to college, and then I went to Warp Tour. Oh my God, I literally not go to sleep. I took a lot of Adderall, but I still passed all my courses. It was just fucking, you know, bare minimum bones at Akron Needle. But I'm just saying, like, did anyone I know want to tell me that I'm the problem while they're sitting on their ass? When did you guys accomplish that? And I'm not saying it's that much, but actually that's my point.
Oh, bitch.
Why are they so mad that even the controller with the fake fucking degree?
Oh, I came back at the perfect time.
You're sitting on your dad's fucking chair, and while my family has with me, I don't think I've stayed with.
Paired.
For those of you who don't know this about me, by the way, I moved out at 17. I don't know. I don't think I like talk about that a ton, but I moved out when I was 17 years old. I used to work at Boston Market. I was working at Boston Market. I was living with my friend Gina. I lived there for about a year. And then after like a year of that, I got sick of that. And well, Gina got sick of me. And I moved to New Jersey. I was staying with family for like the first like few months, like first 3-4 months. And then I got my own place, and then I had an apartment, and then I got arrested, and my dad bailed me out, and because I got bailed out by my dad, he wanted me to come back home. So I came back home. I stayed home for like, I don't even know how long, maybe like 6 months, and then I moved out again. And I stayed out until I stayed out of my house for years until I moved back in with Charlie. Like all my 20s, I didn't live at home. Most of my, like, I didn't move back home until I was with my husband and I had gotten pregnant and we were trying to start our family and shit like that. Like this idea that like I've just been living at my dad's house and I'm like this failure to launch that never left my house, like the house. That's not true. Like, and that it's clear that it's not true, because if anyone that's done research on me, that's like done those background checks on me, when you look me up, my address, there's multiple addresses in different states, in different areas for me. Why do you think that is? It's like stupid that I have to explain this, but you know, whatever.
And then I went to Warp Tour. Oh my God, I literally not go to sleep. I took a
What does Warp Tour have to do with anything? That's so
lot of Adderall,
weird.
but I still passed all my courses. It was just fucking, you know, bare minimum bones at Akron Needle. But I'm just saying, like, did anyone I know want to tell me that I'm the problem while they're sitting on their ass? When did you guys accomplish that? And I'm not saying it's that much, but actually that's my point. Why are they so mad that even Control It with a fake fucking degree shit? Like, girl, you ain't been through shit. You sitting on your dad's fucking...
I just can't get over the fact that she said I ain't been through shit. What quantifies as shit in your eyes, vegan? I became a widow at 31 years old. By most people's standards, that's going through shit. I overcame fentanyl addiction at 35. I went back to school. I got my degree. I'm working on my second degree with a child. Like, I'm confused as to, like, what?
Chair. And while my family has helped me, I don't think I've stayed with them.
Your family paid your
bills.
bills.
She could literally be out on her own by now with all the shit she's just doing.
And I'll say this, like, so not living with your family but them paying your bills is somehow better? No, you're a burden. You're a burden. Like, why would I want to live somewhere else and make my family afford for me? That's bullshit.
Like, being grateful for, like, her kid that wanders around the background while she's stalking me for no reason.
Again, I've never stalked you, and my kid is never wandering in the background. Like, that is bold-faced lies.
And though nobody cares she breathes unless she's literally just stalking me. And even then, it's the worst of the worst because they're the people I ban that have nobody else. They're weird.
This is delusion and copium.
All I'm saying is,
like,
that
utter
all
copium.
I'm saying with all that is, I'm just saying, you know, like, I can weigh things out, and I'm a gray kind of an area shade kind of girl. Also,
what does this even mean?
I don't know if you saw. Maybe you'll get a hint if you see my last live. Like, watch the last 10 minutes, maybe. Unfortunately, no matter what I do right, it's gonna get twisted by the people that just hate me that exist.
I don't hate you, by the way.
That I do. I don't get it. It's weird. They're all weird.
I don't know, like, why I don't like this narrative that, like, I hate vegan, because I don't even hate her. Like, I don't even know. Like, I don't like her. I definitely don't like her. I don't like the things that she does. I don't like her. I will say that. But I don't hate her. I don't hate anyone, really. Like, I don't even hate the dude that beat the shit out of me. Like, I don't hate. Hate is such a serious fucking word. Like, I definitely don't hate you, girl. It's not like that. It's not that serious. I recap. Like, I'm a recapper. And, like, yeah, it's a content drought or whatever, I guess. I don't know. Like, I don't know what to tell you, girl.
I digress.
But you don't digress, ever.
If I got posted, like, I left it up. I ain't gonna say some shit, but that was not my choice. And I've tried to prevent, like, public fucking twisting of anything that I know, even though it's not my fault. I didn't think someone else wanted to have seen. You just listen to it. Notice my tone not changing and me not engaging in the reactivity of the fucking aggressive tone of no reason. You'll see.
So you being monotone doesn't mean that, like, you win.
Also, just there's, like, a fucking childish element of, like, I just hate when people that have, like, things to be grateful for that won't do better.
Who are you to decide
who
gets what? Like,
to just have at least the same level of, like...
Who are you to decide, like, what people should be and shouldn't be grateful for? Like, many people would say that you should be grateful for your life. Many people would say that you get to live this life where you don't have to work, you don't have to pay any bills, you kind of live this lackadaisical, like, oh, like, you know, go where the wind takes me kind of life. Like, many people would say that you have a very, you know, nice life to be grateful for. I mean, me personally, no, I wouldn't say that. I would not say that you have a great life, because I know better. But some people would say, you know, not having responsibilities and not... You know, you live a pretty decent life. I mean, you have stuff to be grateful for, but, you know, I digress.
Respect. I don't know, man. I just know men who have cried over things that I've had to literally 400 times more powerfully been told to shut up for and not have an emotion about.
What?
When they're allowed to call me horrible things and do and say and act so dismissively about very high IQ things they can't follow that I have to follow, and I apparently do validly. And yes, I fixed it, but no, I don't get a break. I don't get to celebrate that I made it better. Did you? No, you just gave up because it was too hard.
Anything better.
I'm just saying, when am I the fucking retard to be spoken to that way? And then also, like, yeah, I've been very grateful and appreciative, but I'm also I know who I am, and I know what I can do, and I know what my intents are. At this point in my life, I don't hate myself for things. And you know what? I know that this was a whole spiritual journey, all of this. I don't know how much was involved with this last year, but it felt like that. There might have been a little bit there.
Same.
Also,
same motives.
Element. But like, ultimately, at the end, it was just about me and Nick, and that was all I cared about, and I did get that piece, so that's fine. But the rest was weird, and why? No, but the fucking, you know, spiritual element with all this, so I'm just, I don't know, man.
Of course you don't know. What do you know?
I do. I think that some of these things
know,
are like aligned for a reason, and maybe even if they're horrible, like now there's a way I can help someone in the future with something I've always hated. You know, and I don't think God gives people burdens that if they can't carry them, they wouldn't have to, but I just don't know, man. And maybe it was a test, but my thinking is that, like, I've never wanted to live for myself. And I was, like, literally bedrotting to a point where, dude, I don't like, that's not me. How did they, after seeing me for so many years, really convince themselves? They'd really get me to believe that that was me. And that I was on meth. It wasn't trauma and mental fracture and harassment
Okay, victim.
Hi, could you give me a second, please?
Sure.
There you go, thank you. Hello?
Hello?
You can go ahead.
Can I get a 10-piece order of mozzarella sticks and an 8-piece order of the cheesy tots?
How many orders? One?
One
order of cheesy tots?
Yeah, one order of cheesy tots and yeah.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, so that's 10 cheese mozzarella and 1 turmeric cheesy tots. That's 117.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Instantly. And my life being debased for nothing. Absolutely nothing. In the most direct, sadistic ways. Yeah, no, every morning it was something else. And then people around me helping me were scared of me. And why would I not be losing my mind? I'm so, yes, it's meth. All of it's meth. Meth? Meth? Chomo? Meth. Meth. Hey, what's 5 plus meth? Yeah, anyways, my point is, like, that's all they have. And they didn't want to listen or care that they'd witnessed the things that caused me to get in that state of mind. But, dude, I don't even want to talk about it. I was fat as fuck. I've never been over 10 pounds heavier than 145. And, oh, my God. Like, what? And then it just disappeared overnight.
No, it didn't.
When I got my brain back. Because I fought for my sister and Purple and his dad. And I've been... my sister, even when it got scary, she follows it all. She just... Instead of just, like handling it with me because I had to, and she knew I was alone otherwise, and I was doing it for her while she was terrified, doing nothing. Not mad at that, but just saying, all these people that are complaining, and I have to deal with it, and it's horrible, and I've been through a lot harder shit. I'm not allowed to cry. I'm like yelled at for it. Trust that. The same people that babble all the time.
Oh, you're not a welcome.
Oh, goddamn! If I have an emotion, I'm annoying. I'm frustrating. But for fuck's sake, when I just have to blindly like ignore babble from no substantial cause to be babbled, when I'm literally doing the work of 5 people in my brain and can't focus anyways, I still don't say anything. But yeah, I'm not the one hitting people, and I'm not the one like literally deliberately provoking things. Yeah, no, shit sucks. It's by design though, and you know, my whole literal point is though that I think this was God's lesson to me to live the fuck finally for once in my life for myself, because I was dying, I was in hell. I was not okay in my heart, soul, anything, dude. Nothing was right. Nothing was mine. I don't know who I am even now, but I have some of them. I'm saying, I'm not going to be saying, but like, whatever that was stripped of my real, actual reality.
I can't help but just say what over and over again.
Deep down, I knew I was able to handle these things, and I was valid and being traumatized.
Confusing.
All I'm saying with all that is that I'm saying that, like, I think this was like the first time in my life I fought for myself, but it didn't even start out that way. I was bedrotting. I was emotionally getting to the point I think I probably would have been institutionalized severely if I would have let it go much longer, or maybe a decent amount longer, and the worst didn't keep happening. I was just in almost like this weird loop of
You're still in the
at least
same
I
loop.
didn't have to worry because I was here and I had shelter and stuff, and that was okay. And Abby was with me, so the worst of the worst I felt safe with. So that's when I kind of, those are the moments that when if stuff's really hard, but not so hard that I'm dying. Like, does that make sense? Like, it's a
You are
low level stress
still
or a
in
bunch
that
of low
loop,
level
babe.
or a lot of mid low. I'm just saying, like, I've been through periods of my life where I've been low key like that for a week or two. That was a season or two. No, that was 9 seasons. It started when I decided to leave him, and then all of those things happened much worse, and then I could not. Like, I was just eating because it was like, well, why else? Like, what else is my brain gonna do to shut it out? And it was cool, and I didn't give a fuck, and that was weird. It was all surreal, and then like all of this was surreal, the whole thing. But it was like my identity, nothing that was mine that I knew I worked so hard for. Nobody wanted to look at me for who I was, even people who knew me that should have, because they were scared. My sister called me crazy when I got hacked, and I told her because she was the one following it all, and she knew I was right, and she apologized. But I'm just saying, people that are,
Her sister called her
I don't
crazy.
know, for whatever reason in my life, I've had to deal with things that I have to
Sounds
say
about
rather
right.
than anyone else around me for. And it took me a while into my adulthood to even realize, like, as a child, yeah, dude, I had a really, I just had weird
No, thank you.
extremes of ups and downs in my life that my siblings don't relate to. Although I was like grown up in the structure of a normal middle class, like work, be kind, do you, and then just like take it when you're able to, and just be good while you can, and you know, mind your own. That's my fucking normal family. They don't like drama, and I mean, I get involved in drama, but I'm telling you, I really don't ask for it, and I hate it. I've always been someone that attracted people that just want to provoke things. I don't know what that even means, though. I don't know if it's because people think I'm a retard, or if they're jealous for whatever reason that I don't even have to like agree with why. Some of these people have way more than me or look better. I don't know, why are people even jealous to begin with? No, that's why a lot of these fucking brothers and bitches got together with the incel horrible misogynists on 92. They literally are bitches, like Controlla, Pat Trino,
She's in love with
many
me.
more that I didn't even realize until later.
She like wants to suck my
I
vagina.
just forgot to respond to that.
Vegan, I'm not into you. I find you dirty.
Bitches,
I don't like you like that.
goddamn,
So
and I was
could you
never
stop thinking about me so much?
At least I
Because
have kids.
I don't think
And
about you
they
that
have
much.
two
I don't talk
fucking-
about you in my spare
them
time.
ever. I still don't know why they were so excited.
Like, I only talk about you when I'm streaming, not like when I'm DMing folks.
Much worse than me and more
Find
pathetic.
it weird that you're talking about me in your private convo.
The most pathetic women that send nudes that don't even get remembered to be open, such as Minette. And the same ones that like literally have never half had to deal with what I'm dealing with, so they don't even have any valid advice. And yet, because it became trendy, and they like were my bestie initially, because I guess that just they felt like they could get something out of it, not because they wanted to be good people. And now they're just really bad, pathetic pick-me's, and it shows. And I'm just like, haha, goddamn, I'm so can't relate. Yikes! No wonder you guys hate yourselves.
You're literally a pick-me.
I'm done with all this babbling, but like, no, this was all like a lesson to me. Like, at first, I got out of my mental state with the bed rotting era because my sister was crying and my nephew was fucked with, and my grandma's docs came out and control his shot. And then Nick started the bean. He has his.
That's a lie. Her family was never doxxed in my chat. She's lying about that. Funny, her family was so doxxed in my chat, but there's no screenshots, no video, no nothing. You know how many people don't like me? Wouldn't there be proof and evidence? Fuck out of here, bro.
There's a semi-audio of her,
You're a liar.
like, described how she died. I didn't ever allow
Nick's
those.
allowed to
Young
describe
daughters
how
to
your
get
dumb
at it.
cat
He
died,
very
yo.
verbatim,
Shut up.
clearly,
You sound dumb. You
described
talk about
she
how
was,
my cat died.
sleeping and, like
Like, no one's
foaming at the mouth,
allowed to
you know.
say how your
He
stupid fucking
literally
cat died.
remembered, and he didn't care. And he mocked it.
No, we're not
As
allowed
if she
to talk
didn't,
about
like,
how
have a
Bean
reason to
died.
not
Oh
have to go through
no,
that.
shut
And it
up.
traumatized me so much. He was there pretending to care. And he didn't draw that line until more recently. I'm still not convinced he wasn't possessed. And that this isn't a spiritual level of a few things.
Oh my
but
God.
anyways, I'm just saying. I lived through myself
Yes,
finally. after
spiritual
people's
warfare
suffering,
against
even
you, Keegan.
that I had been fighting for, kind of started to give me credit for things I was very valid with and very justified on having respect with, and I'm not getting that right now. So
She's
all I'm
always
saying
talking
with
about
that,
Nick. She'll
long, short
forever
point
talk
over,
about Nick
this
till the
is
day
a
that
start
she
note of it all.
DIEs.
Not ideal what happened, but also not something I consider typical or a normal state of vibes. But this person that punched me really needs to help themselves, like fucking control their temper and like grow the fuck up.
Oh wait, this person that punched her? Who
Note
punched
of it
her?
all. not ideal what happened, but also not something I consider typical or a normal state of vibes. But this person that punched me really needs to help themselves, like, fucking control their temper and, like, grow the fuck up. I'll be real, and I've said that, and I will. And I record things so people can look at it later, but I don't post it where you would see it. So when did I become this person? And I don't
she's recording purple.
That's it, you know? So there's like, and this is just an example. I'm not going to type anymore. It's too much for me right now. Also, it's almost 10. I gotta get off here soon. I'm just actually being like, I really am enjoying conversations that aren't stupid and pointless. And I'm kind of mad because I can't really just finish fun things I could talk about for hours that otherwise, as a person that has rights as a person, I would have babbled about things with you for hours. I had a lot to say.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, like, for example, I'm sure you're not a retard. You can figure out there's more than just these examples. But yeah, like, for example, like, the legal stuff that I want to focus on, I'm not thinking that's something you need to want to focus on either. I'm just saying, for example, say there's other creators that are maybe either more knowledgeable than me or experienced and or as passionate and morally aligned, which I think you and I are with some of this, which is what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be about, what I'm saying is it can be anything that you want to talk about that you might have some mid-level understanding of where I'm at with it.
Nah, I don't think it's cool for dudes to hit girls.
Maybe so we can just learn from each other that maybe could actually also, like,
I don't condone
bring awareness to things. That
male
maybe
on female violence. I don't condone female on male violence.
You know what I'm saying? Is you're connecting dots. I can't, but I have the platform and the respect, even if it doesn't look like that. I actually do. I do. And even though
I'm
it was hard and it
non-violent.
still is with people that are supposed to be my only resource to
joking.
rely on.
I'm joking about that.
Really making it hard and my stress levels unnecessarily and unfairly worse for nothing other than bad communication and their luxury of life while I have nothing. And people are mad because I'm not the one in control of the resources at this point. I should be. I would be. If I were, like, no delays in communication would be absolutely guaranteed. But since I'm not, like, when do you guys want to not, like, look at me as a problem and directly contact each other? Anything that, when did I have to be the fucking goddamn fucking superwoman? I'm mom, I'm the doctor.
Superwoman, by the way.
I'm God, I guess. But I'm not treated like God. I'm not respected like that. I'm just a machine.
Calls herself God, by the way.
Anyways. So we could talk about anything. I want to really get into the elemental base of the court system with victims stuff, which is actually like the most boring, tedious, and actually no, you know what the most worst part is? Francis, I did, and I don't do this ever. There was a point, like right before Nick's trial, thank God, because I had to check out for 3 days in my mind and just watch Teen Wolf. And then the morning of, I puked the whole morning, and it was just like a mess. But
Teen Wolf,
I was horrible, and I was freaking the fuck out.
I
And
watched Teen Wolf.
And I said, at this point, I have done more than enough, and I'm just hoping God is there.
Oh my God.
For somehow he was.
She's a child.
My point, though, is
I thought I was
isn't
emotionally
the worst part
stunted.
at the base level, but
She
the
is
victim stuff
stunted.
in any type of violence
Stunt.
or crime case.
Kid.
The problem that I have is that, like, they are established born human rights in this country, and they should be anywhere.
Established
But, like,
born
I think
human
that the law
rights,
is
by
kind
the
of
way.
like, it's kind of like a general, like, on record establishment of moral and social, like, acceptance of what's right and wrong. Because, like I said earlier, people that might just be flawed and getting in on the wrong thing for the wrong reasons, but not necessarily making them dead yet, they can always have redemption arcs, which is why I kind of try to give even Eric AF and Victoria chances. Seriously, people don't give me those chances, but I know that if the people that deserve them get them and see me for that, I'll get that from them. That's loyalty. That's cool. I give respect, get respect kind of a person, for real.
Give respect,
and I'll
get
kind of do it
respect.
too much in the beginning, even when people don't give it to me. But I'm never giving credit for that. But either way, my point is, because my bite is so vicious, I don't even want to bring it out unless I have to, you know. But
I think that this order of protection was the best thing to happen to Nick.
DV or not,
He
male
can
or
move on
female,
now.
but mostly, of course, DV and female. I'm just saying, generally victim stuff. It's well, that's the point of a victim status, right?
You're not
it's
a
like
victim.
A physical robbery, even still, then they could have taken your credit cards and fucking deleted all your money. I'm just saying, like, they do, as a victim, generally, like, and statistically, I mean, there's talks about this everywhere. All I'm saying that there's no reason that someone like me, who absolutely had rights to peace, had all the evidence I did. I still don't know what's going on with that. I want to tell you another story, but I know they are not against me. I'll tell you that much. And I know that one guy was genuine, the first one. I just don't know what that weird shit with the next lady was about. Anyways, my point is, I had another contact with that man, and I didn't make the phone call. And it wasn't just him talking to me. And I don't know more than much, honestly, I really don't. But I have conjecture based off things, and no others do know for sure. I'm just saying, like, yeah, no, the FBI is not necessarily friend, but they're not foe. but they were a weird elemental thing that I wonder how much my rights were maybe bypassed for something else involving my ex with. Again, we've talked
Yes,
about
the
some of
feds
this.
are after Nick.
I have no idea beyond that. I really don't. But my point being though, like basically every single thing done to me, it was absolutely a violation of my human rights. Period. Much less
Exactly.
Exactly,
voter. Exactly.
From Arizona, simply evading. What, he manipulated me? This is the thing I regret, was undoing that order for him last summer, because I don't know, it was just used for such drama with content, which pissed me off, because like I didn't ask to be homeless and he claimed that's what he wanted. Also, he intentionally did all that to me. Yeah, dude, I don't want to sleep in my car and you wanted to sleep on the streets. Go fucking sleep on the streets. Don't weaponize my valid order of protection against you because you're a piece of shit. Also in Arizona, there were no verbal gags because they don't have that law here, or there. Although they did try in other ways to apply it to civil laws they had traditionally already established. Not the point, they tried, but it wasn't a state that was prepared to be litigation-based lies there. Again, like a lot of us, I think many of us with souls know it's wrong.
Idiot.
It's just that like, what I've studied, this is so fun to me. Like, this is the research part and the constructive part, right? So,
it's so
one
fun.
thing before I babble about what is really cool to me about all this, and what's really sad, because I'm not going to do that to you tonight, but one day. That's the type of thing I'm saying. Like,
she never
doesn't have to be shit about me or you, unless we're just like, we can bring some,
it's
like,
not drugs
some
or anything,
level of,
though.
like, experience, relation,
this is how
or
everyone
education
talks.
on it,
This is normal.
whatever that may be.
It's how
even
normal
just in
people
theory,
behave,
like, if
Smelly.
we studied something, I don't know, anything current, recent, urgent, morally ignored or dismissed that we can address as a public awareness, saying that you are going to be smart and
This
probably have
person
things I
fucking
don't understand and can't connect. But also I'll have other situations where I'm like, we can join forces. Like, can we make something good and like enjoy like fucking being online? We have a right to be there. That's my whole point. That was my entire point. I hate, okay, so two things again, with the violent, the DV stuff and just rights as a human people on the internet. Right now we have an undefined narrative on who gets to control that online, and a new society with a generation that's not even in legal power yet. Like, that's our age group, mine and younger. Anyone just knowing this is their everything.
Dumbass. Your generation is old. Your generation is old. Your generation is old. Okay, babe? Your generation is 35 plus. You are 35. Like, oh my gosh, like, you're so stupid. What is this dumb bitch doing? What a dumb, stupid bitch. And now you're cussing at people? Wow, everybody on Staten Island wants to fight today. You guys think it's me. You guys think it's me. It's not me, it's them. Then you got this other guy, jerk off. Okay. She was fighting with that guy. I don't got nothing to do with that.
Still mentally underdeveloped enough, even after the housing crash, because that was what I noticed. So the housing crash was interesting too. I graduated right after it, and I didn't know because I kept
up to make a
different kinds of
turn.
jobs.
I don't know where they do that at.
My mind was elsewhere, and I was off the internet mostly, so I didn't socialize much on it. I did connect with people like directly, and I did the fucking Snapchat filters, but I didn't do anything, or I was just watching other people.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I had one. But
I don't know what you're talking about, Glory Hole. I genuinely have no idea what you're talking about. And I don't think anyone in the chat knows what you're talking about. So.
We could literally bring up any topic that you're comfortable diving into, and we can also avoid triggering like affiliations if you don't want to address things as like your direct issue because of anything you're passionate about that I can maybe bring to light that I would be interested in. Just good stuff, not bad stuff. Let's make shit, not break it.
She said the housing crash was 10 years ago.
Also, like, I do think that like you are valuable, just period, with your thoughts. You're not like a piece of shit that's just trying to hurt people. You're also a little weirdo, and I think you're funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Wait,
you scared the
what did
fuck
she
out
just
of
say?
Victoria.
Wait.
I did connect with people like directly, and I did the fucking Snapchat filters, but I didn't do anything, or I was just watching other people live their lives online. I had one. We could literally bring up any topic that you're comfortable diving into, and we can also avoid triggering like affiliations if you don't want to address things as like your direct issue because of anything you're passionate about that I can maybe bring to light that I would be interested in. Just
I didn't hear her talk about it. That's why I want to go back.
On the internet right now we have an undefined narrative. Can we make something good and like enjoy like fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't have to be shit about me or you unless we're just like, we can bring some like some level of like experience, relation, or education on it, whatever that may be, even just in theory. Like if we studied something, I don't know, anything current, recent, urgent, morally ignored or dismissed that we can address as a public awareness, saying that you are going to be smart and probably have things I don't understand or can't connect. But also I'll have other situations where I'm like, we can join forces. Like, can we make something good and like enjoy like fucking being online? We have a right to be there. That's my whole point. That was my entire point. I hate, okay, so two things again, with the violent, the DV stuff and just rights as a human people on the internet. Right now we have an undefined narrative on who gets to control that online, and a new society with a generation that's not even in legal power yet. Like that's our age group, mine and younger. Anyone just knowing this is their everything and still mentally underdeveloped enough, even after the housing crash, because that was what I noticed. So the housing crash is interesting too. I graduated right after it, right after it, and I didn't know because I kept different kinds of jobs and hustled. My mind was elsewhere and I was off the internet mostly, so I didn't socialize much on it. I did connect with people like directly, and I did the fucking Snapchat filters, but I didn't do anything, or I was just watching other people live their lives online. I had one,
this is confusing.
We could literally bring up any topic that you're comfortable diving into, and we can also avoid triggering like affiliations if you don't want to address things as like your direct issue because of anything you're passionate about that I can maybe bring to light that I would be interested in. Just good stuff, not bad stuff. Let's make shit, not break it. I mean, otherwise what's the point of all this? Also, like, I do think that like you are valuable, just period, with your thoughts. You're not like a piece of shit that's just trying to hurt people. You're also a little weirdo, and I think you're funny as fuck, but goddamn, you scare the fuck out of Victoria, and you should probably talk to just be normal with her. She ain't like that, right? She ain't like that. Even with me, I think what it is funny, because with me, like, I think she won't talk to anyone, but she'll alright, you can never say this out loud. We talk quite often, but not as much as I would like to, because honestly I would like to help her more. And what she does is she does stuff that kind of I do when I'm stressed, but like that poor thing has no clue how bad this is and why, because she just got into it. I had 4 years of absolute adoration and respect on the internet.
No, you didn't.
Before my ex, was weaponizing.
No, you did not. Adoration.
Absolutely not valid. She didn't get shit. She got 5 seconds of manipulation from Nick's people, and the second she showed a free thought, woo, do they want to destroy her life? And it ain't fair. And I'm kind of protective of her right now too, actually.
Insanity.
But like, yeah, what was I gonna say with that? Anything we can do that's good, not bad. And these people that like don't want a level playing field, like, oh yeah, you want to hear a story? I'm not gonna deep it. If you're a Fed, you'll know, maybe. Okay, so check this. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna tell you one story. I'm not ignoring your messages either. I'm actually just having a good conversation, and sometimes I tangent. BRB, hold on. I don't want to tell you. You might be interested. Actually, hey, translate this one for me. Hang on. Okay. I have to ask you this. So, I just read your last. Oh my god. Francis, okay, you're funny, and I'm not trying to hit on you, and I don't want that right now, and I don't want to really with anyone. Maybe get hip if I'm drunk because he's hot, but I really don't want anything. I don't think you get me like that. Like, I'm literally the most platonic, like, non-sexual person ever. And then if I love you and you have dick, because I really don't like vagina. I've tried it once. Ugh, why do you like those things? Ugh, fucking pussies are gross. Literally, gross. Ew, I like dick. Also, I don't care about dick being the #1 priority, and I ain't like that.
Like
I'm literally on a cognitive, mental only level with you right now. I'm down, like nothing in between. But if you're fucking joking, also like no, for no, that's funny as fuck. Whatever satire you had with that, or like, I know that wasn't directly just like serious, but it was also funny as fuck. Oh my god, you're funny and you're such a weirdo. Like, I don't think people get you. They don't get me. So like, why would that shock me? No. I enjoy talking to you. I was hoping that we could just do something in the community that was productive instead of reductive, And if there was anything that you ever wanted to try and help spread light on, anything.
Like a claw job?
I mean, I'm not going to babble about the legal stuff anymore. There's a lot of pros and cons to it that I found a lot fun. And I'll tell you right now, the base level of absolute denial of resources to people already by crime and notified. It's the point of the fucking reason people go to court in family DV. Because they're literally isolated and they have no resources and they had rights that were taken from them to have those resources. And yet you don't have enough for a lawyer and you don't have the education to be one.
What?
And yet then if you try, you have to try 5 times and you lose work and you can't pay bills and suddenly you can't do the bare minimum.
You don't have a job.
And that's gross. Because if you don't do it technically right, the right stuff won't get to the judge. So that was my point with the DV base part, or the victim elemental basic part in court systems. That's disgusting. It breaks my heart. It's discussed constantly with nothing ever really done. I mean, there's like small leniencies. Like I said, it's way more technical in civil, and DV is a little bit more lenient, but that's even with just all the other courts being easy with me. Even with the corruption here though, it was still like the little things that weren't technically perfect, they let them go if they had to with me, if I made a scene. But the civil still, I don't think it's going to be that easy, so I gotta be perfect and I gotta get back to that soon. But my point is, those, no, for real, that's the gross part. There's another gross part, which was basically
your
that
vagina?
There's all sorts of
we
parts.
Know that's
but
gross.
The number one thing that was like the contrast is like, oh yeah, the filing part. Oh yeah, when I was gonna get, the filing part made me literally punch myself in the face, Francis. I'm not retarded.
I'd pay money to see that.
Staring at papers, putting 2 of the same types organized back to back exactly in a stack of other papers, and then having to shorten 2 years of absolutely overwhelmingly obsessively never-ending amounts, including to this moment I'm sure I'm missing very critical evidence that I don't and shouldn't have ever had to need. Okay, that never should have happened, period. But here we are, and still why? Absolutely retarded. Also, so much disturbing shit that I have that wasn't taken about turds initially and will be in this hearing. And the other thing I noticed is that the judges really are the ones you want to get shit to, and that was who they try to get me. Like when my shit, like my hack, removed some of my unknown to them other secret special places with very hopeful but very intentional pointed storage that nobody knew about. Yeah, no, I had all of it, but yeah, it was weird and scary though. Like, I'm just saying, like,
no one hacked you.
The fun part though.
Liar.
Fun part is the debating part with legal theory. So like, especially new law, which is like, again, with the 2008 housing shit. Okay, so I graduated then, I didn't notice. But what I looked up when I was looking up like kind of which states had these cyber type definitive legal boundaries yet established or starting, it doesn't look like, okay, they were focusing on it in like early to mid 2000s, but then like the housing bubble crashed, and it looks like, of course, like why wouldn't like legal focus be put onto like economic issues then instead? Obviously it was a priority, I would imagine, or just all people were interested in, maybe if it was just that low level. I think it was just a priority too. I mean, the economy fucked up, you know, I didn't notice it. I danced, I was a general manager, I was barely leaving the house. Like, I don't know how many people in my exact generation, like that era of high school, would have really realized what was going on. Because what happened with my specific age group, again, I'm the beginning of social media gen with the barely prepubescent, very core developmental eras, and this is all I know, it's all I translate. And then when the real world had to be truly admitted that it wasn't possible as accessible for us, we were able to mentally redevelop, whereas anyone purple's age or older was above that threshold.
Oh my God, I hope that
they're a little mentally
okay.
stunted in my eyes, because this isn't the world they were developing in that they thought was going to be the way it was.
It's
you know
hard
what
to
I'm
see,
saying?
man. You're crossing in the middle of the street and there's a
I'm
lot of
babbling
sun.
again, so I'm gonna get off. But I have fun, and I do want to talk to
give
you.
me a
We could
dirty
talk
fucking
without
look.
anything funny, or we could
Stupid
also
bitch.
talk about things that are funny.
Fucking just
But like
walking in the
real
middle of
talk though,
the
I'm not
fucking
looking for
street.
shit right now, and I'm
That's
not
what
trying
you
to
do.
like.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to make anyone uncomfortable. Minus get hep is so hot.
Oh my God, she's pathetic. She literally only likes Get Hep because he's friends with Nick. So she wants to fuck Nick's friend to try to fuck with Nick, because that's all she has is her fucking nasty, dirty vagina. That's it. There's no more. I think that there was like a number 4. I don't know.
No, was like, what the fuck, Francis? And then I say something really retarded on purpose because it's kind of funny to just, I know that you get it. I get it. And that's the funniest part to me. Like, even Eric AF2 kind of like low-key gave me this troll vibe. He started out really provocatory, malicious, and sadistic. But it was like a persona that he came in from with. I get it. Like, there's just nuance to everything. And Victoria's just not in a position to get that with you. So the more you babble at her and say weird things that she's like, why is this weird? She thinks you're a weirdo, dude. And you are. But like, you're not like a fucking scary weirdo. Also, like, I'm a scary weirdo. I just look like a fucking white bitch with blonde hair and like middle class income and retarded levels of.
You don't have middle class income.
I'm just like that.
You are
like,
you are poverty, low income. You don't have an income. You're not middle class.
And I know I'm not. And I think we all by now, even though they're not saying, "Wow, we done goofed." You know, I think those people.
You are a goof. You didn't goof. You are the goof. You are the goof. Gosh.
You know, I think those people are understanding I'm not retarded. But I actually, like I said, I always worked really hard. I was in AP classes.
You've never worked,
way harder.
ever.
I was sick a lot and didn't learn.
AP, by the way. AP.
AP.
No, you didn't.
I'm mid-level smart and I'm ambitious.
You're low level.
It's a little bit.
You're low level nothing. You're low level
fucking try to
dumb.
be better to hate me for that, you know? So I look for people like that to be aligned with. And I can't always necessarily in detail understand why or understand those people that I align with, but there's actions.
She was smart. She would have
vibes,
figured it out already.
I've heard things from them that I found very
freaking
intelligent, or
idiot.
things I didn't even understand, like with you. So that I need you to understand that Victoria has the potential to be like, I am with you. Also, I think you were flirting with her and you got rejected, and now you're being petty. So I thought that maybe you can be nicer on a level that she feels she can respect back with you. I don't feel like she feels respected with you, and I feel like she doesn't understand what you're doing when you come at her. I think she's taking you serious, but probably sometimes you're not. I just say, like, chill out, dude. Act normal with her. I think she needs that because she's normie. And if I wasn't a degen that was stuck, I've been a mid-level degen, but also like with a
you're a high-level degen. Okay.
Which is where I
gotta go into the store really quickly, so
it's just not very common. My point being though, like I got it.
I'm just gonna have to grin and bear it. I'll be right back. Ugh, it smells like chicken. It smells like fried chicken. It smells like a whole lot of fried chicken. I don't know why, but it stinks like fried chicken. It smells like KFC.
Paired.
Nasty.
It's in my head. And also I've been around a long time and I get all of this a lot. I've seen
we know you
geriatric not even close
hoe.
to that. She ain't gonna get that. Okay? Give her a chance to see you as a person first, because she's gonna see you as a babbling nobody on the internet. She's going to call you a weird little incel, and then she's going to interpret everything that's a troll to fuck with her as a serious threat. Like, she's under real attack by serious problems right now. I'm trying to help her with that, or anyone who needs it with. Anyone including you. Like, if I can help with any of your own personal targets. And honestly, like, I've offered it to many people directly. I don't say many, I'm not naming any names. But I'm not even saying, like, anything other than I offered it to Victoria, just for the record. She doesn't want a lot at all, and she doesn't always respond. Also, though, I do feel like I'm one of the people she does respond to most. She also is, like, not gonna publicly admit that she, like, is actually genuinely likes me, which is fine. I don't like yes people. I also like people that contradict things, as long as they have a basis to and debate.
She's my bestie. She just won't tell everyone about it.
That's fine, and that's what Victoria does for me. So I'm saying, like, I see the level of respect with her once we got past certain communication barriers. And that's all I have to say on that. And if I say anything more, I'm gonna neck, because holy fuck, I have so much to file. I have so much to write. I hate my brain. This is the worst part. The filing. I'm gonna neck.
Okay, just speed.
Okay, I gotta go
speed,
oh my
dumb
god,
bitch.
filing, goddammit. Fuck. Okay,
fucking go faster. Go faster. Good
I
idea.
think Victoria actually was very interested in what you had to say. And I also see her making fumbles that she realizes she may have tried, and even her, like, I knew this, I didn't say it, but I knew it, she didn't tell me, but I knew it. I also told her very clearly, I will never, ever get in the way of anyone's self-preservation with these sadists on the internet.
We're sadists, guys. We're sadists.
I know, he's got a kid and a fucking family to take care of.
Why are you talking about that?
And he got in a little bit deeper than he meant to, and he would have been
Oh my god.
simply for saying,
what a piece of shit.
Puppet. I'm letting people, including other people I know that are close to their enemies, you can't know why everybody's acting why they're acting, and I think that there's also traumas involved.
Literally everyone, none of us, no one talks about anything other than what Eric talks about live. The fact that she had to fucking say that dumb fucking shit, that just lets me know where her mind is. She knows, she's sizing that up. Well, I could use this against him. Fucking gross, bro.
With a lot of it in nuance, and what I'm interpreting with Victoria, although she has very much betrayed me and very much made me provoked to a point of not being someone I like as well.
Oh,
okay.
Gosh.
But yet here we are.
She
I have
made
a
me
lot more
do
respect
it
for her than I do it online. Okay, and you and I don't know each other, like, with the social, like, you're literally from, I think you grew up where you're from, right? Well, I guess we're technically from the same time zone, at least. I've been there a few times. God, I hate Orlando. No offense. Florida's the only state in the South I'll ever tolerate, and only tolerate, and depending on where, because humidity is my enemy. But it's beautiful, though. It's fucking beautiful. If you take postcards of Arizona versus Florida, I'll use Florida. If I want to live somewhere, it's Arizona. But yeah,
what?
I'm just saying, yes, people don't get everybody, because when you look at someone, all you see is that. That's the point. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Oh my God,
but you know, a lot of people are weak.
insufferable.
Is my point with all the other shit I was just babbling. We got a lot of weakness in this. This is a weak society. Honestly, it really is. Also, like, think about even you and me. Like,
she's talking
I
about where
unfortunately,
Francis
even
is.
though I do consider myself more trad-leaning, that's actually not because I think I'm that trad or anything like that. I just know my core elemental base and why I started to, after
You're not trad.
and a couple of fuck
Nothing
boys
about
and
you is
exes.
trad.
We're never really
Literally nothing about you is
in terms of
trad.
protecting me.
Literally nothing about
before
you
Nick
is
ever,
trad.
because
Nothing.
Nothing was ever this bad. Never. And I never.
All right, ladies and Jews. I might have to end my live. I might not. I'm going to see if I could keep streaming, but I got to mute you for a minute. All right, I'm going to end this, and guess what? If I get a donation, I'll come back. If not, then I will not come back. But I'm going to end now, and maybe I'll come back, and maybe I won't. If not, I'll see you Friday. Peace out, family. I'm like, bye. Ellie.
What?
I don't want them to hear you.